Hello, historians. All right, are you ready to begin analyzing local history through the lens of one historical photograph? I am, so let's do it. Okay, let's take a look at this assignment. Okay, here's what your assignment looks like, correct? You should see a historical photograph with a brief caption that I've provided, and here's what you're going to do. You are going to examine a historical photograph of South Phoenix. You're going to pick one photograph and you're going to examine it. And in doing so, you're going to learn about local and state history in national context. So the beauty of this, right, is that by taking one small thing, right, you're looking at a small thing, a photograph, the teeny tiny little images of someone, a particular moment in time, right? You're looking at a flashpoint, but then you're looking at it in broader context. So you're trying to figure out what else is happening in South Phoenix? What else is happening in Phoenix? What else is happening in Arizona? What else is happening in the country, right? Overall, this photograph illustrates a moment in time, but it's representative of larger, broader things. And that's what you're going to do over the next couple days. But for now, all you have to do is pick your photograph. And here is how. First, just look at the options provided. What photographs are available? What can you choose from? I give you a spreadsheet. I want you to choose from this particular spreadsheet, and we'll actually walk through it in just a moment. As you're looking through the spreadsheet, select one photograph to study, but before you do really commit, maybe pick 2 or 3 that interest you. Okay, so let's look at how we can choose that 1 to 3 photographs. All right, here's your spreadsheet. There's a lot of content, but don't worry, you only need to really look at 2 fields. Take a look at, I don't want to do that. Take a look at column A and column B. That's all you need to look at. Scroll through the titles. There's about 35 or 36 photographs here, and there's about 25 people in the class. So there's enough for every one of you to study your own photo. All right. You can't study a photograph someone else has selected. So that's why I want you to maybe pick 2 or 3 that interest you, because when you go back to make your selection, you want to check and make sure that no one else has chosen your photograph. And that way you kind of have a couple safeties. All right, so the title and the link are what are relevant. That's because the contributing institution, right statement, contact, that information, it's relevant to the work we're doing, but it's not relevant to this particular assignment. So we can come back to that if we need to. But just look, like which of these are, photographs interest you? Well, maybe you're like, nothing about these titles pulls me in. No problem. Every one of these links, if you know how to use Google Sheets, if you hover over the link, it will show you a little thumbnail. See that? So maybe you just kind of scroll over each thing and maybe you see a photograph that interests you here or there. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna pick that one. If you notice, I only want you to use this first sheet. I don't want you to use the second one that says State Archives. So if they're grayed out, those aren't for you, but I have them here so that you can see my example. So this is the one that I picked. So let's say you have your 3. This is the one I picked, so I'm going to click on the one I picked. But you might want to do this for 2 or 3 photographs before you fall in love. Now, what do? Okay, so we've perused our photographs, identify 2 or 3 that interest you, and then narrow down your selection. Then you're going to select one photograph to study, and here's how. Check the discussion board before you commit to a photo. Do not choose a photo someone else has already chosen. Priority goes to first come, first serve. So if you fall in love with a photograph, check the discussion board and make sure no one else has chosen that photo, because if someone else has, you have to move on. And, even if you post after the fact, I'll write you back and say, you can't pick this photo. All right, let's say, okay, I'm good. No one has picked this photo. I am going to choose this one. It says, identify any relevant information that you may need for this discussion post. Title, date, link. Okay, perfect. Here's the title and clearly the date. Center Street Bridge and Dirt Road in Phoenix, 1912. Sweet. And here's the link. Cool. What else does it say? Create a list of your own observations and thoughts, like why do you like the photo? What else do you think you need to know in order to understand this photo? You don't quite know what you're doing yet in terms of the assignment, but like, what are you like, I'm not sure I know this or that. And then when ready, you'll respond in the discussion with the following information. First, you're going to embed the image. That means you're probably going to have to download it and then save it and upload it back into Canvas. That's because I want people to be able to scroll through just like they can here and see the photo. I don't want them to have to click on an attachment and download it on their own. So once you pick your photo, you can hit save image and you can download it to your desktop, or you can copy image if your Canvas lets you do that. Not all Canvas applications let you do that, but you could copy and paste. Okay, what is the title of your selected photo? Center Street Bridge and Dirt Road in Phoenix, 1912. When was the photo taken? 1912. What is the link to your selected photo? You can either copy and paste from here, or you can copy and paste from here. Why did you pick this photo? Why do you like it? Tell us what you think. And what things do you need to research about this photo in order to learn more? So here's what I wrote. Here's my example. Here's my picture. Title, Center Street Bridge and Dirt Road in Phoenix in 1912. When was the photo taken? 1912. Here's my link. Why did you pick this photo? I liked the perfect view of the vast desert in front of South Mountain. I was also curious about where the bridge itself is. So it's called the Center Street Bridge, but where's the bridge? What things do you need to research about this photo to learn more? Why is it called the Center Street Bridge and not, or why is it called Center Street and not Central Avenue as we know it? When was the concrete bridge, the one we have now, built? And what else was happening in Arizona in 1912? How about when did the area around Central Avenue get built up the way we know it today? Because clearly this isn't what, I mean, if I think of the Central Avenue Bridge, this is not what that looks like. You know, it doesn't look anything like that. So I'm very curious about those things. Now that is all you have to do for this assignment and you're done. So pick your photo, embed it, answer those questions, and you're good to go. And you can move on to the next assignment, which is much more in depth.